Theory of a Dead Man. Theory of a Dead Man would have to be the shittest band in the world, by the way, if I can say that just right now.
That's fine. You know, I liked them better when they were called Days of the New.
Is that the same band?
Yeah, well, same singer.
Days of the New are fucking awesome.
Days of the New were great.
Grunge band.
And then Theory of a Dead Man is like, what the fuck?
No, that can't be the same band.
It is. Well, it's not the same band as Sing Singer.
I'm going to smash up all me Days of the New fucking CDs now.
Don't do that. You're trashing good art in favor of bad art.
Theory of a Dead Man are the most generic fucking crapo Nickelback fucking new metal shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's the same thing with Fuel. You know, I love Sunburn. Great fucking album. If I could find a picture disc of it, mine. 24 karat gold CD, mine. A $200 cock ring, mine. But beyond that, fuck it. You know, I mean, sorry. When they went the way of the Nickelback, that's whenever I was convinced of the invasion of the band snatchers from Nickelback. I think that Chad Kroeger has a force that none of us know about, and he's able to take over entire bands and make them Nickelback clones, so everyone will be numb to the fucking radio, and they will be glued to it in time for the next Nickelback song that may not be Nickelback, but just as good.
Exactly. It could be any other. It's like iRobot, except it's iChad. But the thing with Fuel, we used to jump around at work playing that Fuel fucking thing. Like, it's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever to happen to music. And then all of a sudden, oh, fuck, they're Nickelback. It's like, the funniest thing was Nickelback signed with Roadrunner Records. Roadrunner Records used to be the coolest record label ever.
And it can be in some respects type of negative.
Yeah, it's still good. Their website's good and shit, except they got Nickelback on there, and that sort of cancels out everything else.
Well, that's desperation. You know, I mean, these are hard economic times.
I'll tell you who's a good band on there, by the way, aside from Nickelback, who are obviously the greatest band in the world according to 10 to 14-year-old boys.
What?
Dresden Dolls. They're on the Roadrunner label.
I love them.
They are awesome. Amanda Palmer is awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? I've always said, you want to put a brother and sister act against each other? Well, the White Stripes technically isn't brother-sister since they were married, but they just misrepresented themselves. The Dresden Dolls just fucking, I mean...
At the end of the show of Foxy Shazam, he made a comment, and I knew what he was talking about. He was relating it to Andy Warhol, but he just goes, was pretending he was angry, and they'd finished the show, and he said, I wish that when I performed, I could have a mirror so I could watch myself perform. And then he got his microphone and he slammed it into the ground and he walked off. Right? It was an obvious joke, and just everyone in the crowd. I mean, because they're from Adelaide too. Adelaide people are pretty stupid. No, they're not actually. Adelaide people are fantastic. They're a lot better than Melbourne people, I should point out. That's why I go to Soundwave in Adelaide. Yeah, relax. They're cool people, but no one there got the joke, and I was just there pissing myself laughing, and he was too, obviously, but the rest of the crowd just standing there looking. You know how people do that?
Oh, I've done shows where that happens. You know, you've got the 2 or 3 people in the crowd that get it, and everybody else is like,
yeah,
it's
the way of the world, though, mate.
Yeah, well, you know, you're either in on the joke or you're not.
It's like in America, you got that 14-year-old fucktard, and I mean that in the nicest way at the moment, that's complaining that Obama's turning people gay.
Oh, God. You know what turned me gay? The church.
But I mean, people, like on Facebook, I've got a number of gay friends, and I find them highly entertaining, by the way. And the fact that they're gay doesn't bother me that they're gay, because it bothers me about as much as if someone's straight. And then I've got, like, one of my friends, Christian Hoffman. Do you remember the band in the US, the Mumps?
Yeah.
They used to play CBGBs. He used to be in the Mumps. He was also Klaus Nomi's musical director.
No.
He's also knows Leonard Cohen. He's friends with Rufus Wainwright.
Really?
He's one of the funniest fellas. He's actually, I chat to him a bit on Facebook, And yeah, he does drink a bit, but his knowledge of words and shit actually scares me. But he's just the funniest fella. And I mean, someone's private life isn't relevant to how you view a person. Like, for some people it might be, but like you've got Placebo and you've got Brian Molko, who's bisexual, and then you've got the bass player who's... Yeah.
Brian... Oh, wait. Brian Molko's bisexual and the bass player is gay?
Yeah.
That's going to change the entire way the music sounds.
The funniest thing about that, though, is they are one of the greatest live bands I've ever seen. And,
but you understand my point.
Yeah, but the funniest thing is everyone on MySpace and shit used to go, oh, that gay band, Placebo. But the fact that the lead singer is gay, the lead singer's bi, the bass player is gay, and the drummer is heterosexual actually makes them a normal band. It doesn't make them a gay band because you've got all of them. You've got straight, bi, and gay.
Well, so we've already talked about the legend. We've talked about the fucking legends. You know, Judas Priest. If people can get the fuck over that, then what's the problem with this generation?
Yeah, and
are we going backwards?
Do you ever watch like American Idol or shit like that?
I piss on it.
But the thing with that is, if you had someone like Patti Smith, who's one of my favourite artists of all time as well,
whom I've had lunch with,
you bastard.
Hey, it was a lucky day.
She would not win American Idol.
Oh, fuck no. She wouldn't win any contests.
They'd be like, can you change your look? And by the way, her new album is fucking fantastic. And Johnny Depp wrote the title track, which is called Banger, which is about a dog that waited 2,000 years for its master, apparently.
Well,
just off topic, her voice is at the moment fantastic. It's a lot better than it was on 12. It's she would not win American Idol. Yeah, and someone like Van Morrison would not win fucking UK Idol.
And you're talking about people that have soul, that have something to say, and you know, it's kind of dead in our era.
Yeah, what you got is a look. You've got, and I'll bring Adam Lambert into this. I've heard his stuff anyway. I don't like his stuff, and not because he's gay. I just don't like him. I don't like his overabundant use of makeup either. I think it works for fucking Kiss.
I think he got it from Poison.
Don't insult Poison, mate.
Hey,
that's dangerous ground you're on there.
Yeah, well, you know, Poison did me a favor. They made me resort into punk rock, death metal, you know, all the shit in the 80s that was taboo. You know, Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, GBH, DRI. Because of what? Look What the Cat Dragged In.
Don't tell me you didn't like that album.
Dude, I wouldn't even listen to it. I seen the cover and went, God damn, those are some fucking hot chicks.
No.
And I found out it was dudes, and I heard...
Can I just say at this point, very respectfully, I didn't rate Warrant very highly as a band, but Janie Lane's death was very sad. Can I just say that without being...
Yeah, and you know what?
Joke about it.
You know what? I've seen Warrant live a couple of times, and I share that.
Yeah, just a great man, I reckon. And there are a lot of rumours about him that just weren't true. And yeah, great guy.
But about Poison, you know, I mean, I get what they did, you know, now. Back then, it was just like, this is what has become of heavy metal. We went from Wasp to this shit. No, you know, because I was there when it was happening, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, that's when I discovered Venom and Slayer and fucking, let's go over the edge here. Let's just fucking take it fucking one slit over the throat and over the wrist over the edge. Because Poison just killed metal.
I tell you what, though, I used to get all the new shit that come out because I worked at a music store at the time. Rock's Gang was another band. Rock City Angels.
Remember them? I used to play their stuff out live.
They were fucking awesome. Johnny Depp actually wrote one of those tracks. I think it was on the debut album, which I think was a double album. Rock's Gang I loved. Britney Fox I loved. I'm just admitting to me total homo love of gay metal. Gay metal, sorry. Hair metal.
Britney Fox, I'm sorry, but when they came out, it was on the heels of Cinderella. And all I could say was, I smell a duplicate. I never gave him a chance.
Wasn't there a dude in Britney Fox that was actually out of Cinderella?
I don't know.
Not Dizzy Dean. Dizzy Dean was the lead singer. Great singer, by the way. But
actually, the lead singer of Cinderella was Tom
Kiefer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was I actually spoke to someone once who knew him, and he was a real nice guy. He had a wicked voice, by the way. Stuff Gypsy Road, sensational. They were a highly underrated band, I reckon.
In the U.S. at the time, they were pretty esteemed with songs like "Nobody's Fool" and
Don't Know What You Got Until It's Gone has to be one of the best ballads.
Yeah.
Just wicked.
But of course, us Americans weren't really judgmental because we had White Lion, When the Children Cry.
That dude, Mike Tramp, lead singer, he lived in Melbourne in Australia for a while. I actually like White Lion, so you're not going to slag them off too, are you?
Well, no, I'll just say that when I heard Wait, it was around that time where I was tired of whiny-ass metal bands. When Nirvana came along, dude, it wasn't a moment too soon because metal, where the fuck I go with that? Metal had become stale. You had these 90-part harmonies that were impossible to pull off live, so everyone was synchronizing their vocal tracks, and suddenly you have a chorus of 90 people doing your background vocals, and it wasn't real anymore. It was fake as fuck. And then you had Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam coming out, and it was raw. It was fucking it was like punk. It had the frayed edges. It was no frills. Here we are, let's fucking rock. Boom, here it is.
I just want to know though, this is a personal question. Pearl Jam versus Nirvana, right?
Right.
Who was better?
Ooh, you're asking a really fucking tough question.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Nirvana, I don't think... I think we would have been stuck in the delirium of the late 80s into the 90s. They kind of broke it, So I think Nirvana was... personally, I think Nirvana was more responsible for helping break through and bringing forth a new genre. But
true.
As far as longevity, Pearl Jam hasn't made.
Yeah, and Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder is a lot nicer guy than Kurt Cobain.
Well, did you catch that? That was kind of bad of me, but as far as longevity,
well, true. I mean, what's Elvis Presley released in the last 20 years?
Actually, I got this brand new Elvis Presley bootleg, and it's called Strung Out in Las Vegas. And half of it is music, and half of it is him drugged out rambling on.
Speaking of Elvis, and I don't like to, Dred Zeppelin, were you a fan of them at all?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I saw them live once when I was a lot younger in Queensland in Australia with Mojo Nixon, a local support band, and Dred Zeppelin. Cost me $10 to get in. Their live show taught Elvis's vocals and just the whole live bullshit that goes on with the towel dude and stuff. It was amazing. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Mojo Nixon was fucking amazing live too, obviously. But Dred Zeppelin, I'm astounded that they weren't humongously huge. And Robert Plant loved them too, which says something. But Sorry, I just lost track for a minute. How'd we get to dress? Oh yeah, the Pearl Jam Nirvana thing. But there was Your Mother Love Bone, which a couple of members of Pearl Jam come from, so they were sort of in that scene anyway.
Right, and
then Andrew Wood died, and then they did the tribute.
I love Mother Love Bone. I mean, to no end.
Yeah. Then they did Temple of the Dog, which was a tribute album. Is that right?
Right, yeah, because Chris Cornell was actually best friends with Andrew Wood.
Yeah, and just on that topic, we'll stay on this grunge topic. Alice in Chains, Lane Staley, I reckon, either him or Shannon Hoon, I reckon, was a bigger loss to music than Kurt Cobain. There you go, I said it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a huge loss to me because I was born on 420, and everybody thinks that's the coolest shit, you know. Well, a lot of bad shit happens on 420, like Columbine and things like that, you know. So it's not the most celebrated day. It's also Hitler's birthday.
That's a good thing, though, mate.
Yeah, well, you know, I look at, you know, every yin for a yang, you know.
Isn't it also the day that Coney 2012 turned into a pile of shit when no one turned out? Isn't that the same date, Hitler's birthday?
I think so.